very special brother. I just want to have a couple of chants. When I say federal government, can you say chant Zimmerman now? Federal government! Federal government! Federal government! Federal government! Federal government! It gives me great pleasure to welcome a great brother, and he's gonna say what he's got to say. Please welcome Brother Shakara.
Greetings, brothers and sisters. Greetings, my name is Tafazwa Shakara Bandaka, bringing greetings on behalf of the Al-Qaeda Revivalist Movement and the Interim National African People's Parliament. I'm very, very proud to be here today to stand in solidarity with the Martin family and all the Africans in America right now who are fighting and marching and chanting for justice. Because that's what we're here to fight for, right? Justice. Yeah?
That's right.
No justice?
No peace.
No justice?
No peace.
No justice?
No peace.
We have to be very, very careful when we're here fighting for justice, brothers and sisters, because we have to understand that really and truly there is no justice in this system. Really and truly there is no justice in this system.
Tell him, bro.
Yeah? What has happened with the Trayvon Martin case is nothing more or nothing less than the American criminal justice system showing its true colors. Because for centuries, brothers and sisters, centuries, European people have exercised the right of life and death over African people. And even when their actions have been considered crimes within the bounds of their own justice system, their justice system has gathered to protect them. That is what happened with Stephen Lawrence for 18 years, brothers and sisters. When 5 white youths felt that they had the right to exercise life and death over him, the justice system in this country stood to support the 5 killers, brothers and sisters. And so I want to let you know that even if George Zimmerman had been found guilty, the American criminal justice system would still be an unjust justice system. It would still be corrupt. It would still be the justice system that has Mumia Abu Jamal behind bars. It would still be the justice system that has Mutulu Shakur behind bars. It would still be the justice system that has Assata Shakur on their top 10 most wanted terrorists. It would still be that justice system. And so we shouldn't be shocked. We shouldn't be surprised. We should take it in our stride. That's not to say we should not chant for justice, but we should know who our enemy is. And we should know the nature of the beast who we are fighting. So as much as we stand and we protest and we demonstrate, we should be about developing and building our own power base. And let's be clear, we're not here to just chant against racism, brothers and sisters.
That's right. Tell him, brother. Tell him.
Racism is too vague a terminology right about now, brothers and sisters. It's too vague. We can't just talk about racism, we have to talk about white supremacy. The problem is not just, I don't like you because of your color. Yeah? I don't like this or that race. The problem is white supremacy. The American criminal justice system is a white supremacist criminal justice system. That is why African people in America are represented in the prisons disproportionately. The overwhelming majority of the prison population, brothers and sisters, in America today is African people. African men and women, even though we don't commit crime at a higher rate than European Americans, brothers and sisters. So the problem is white supremacy, brothers and sisters. Let's be clear. As African people, are there any Africans in the house today? Are there any Africans in the house today? No justice? No justice? No justice? So we have to understand, brothers and sisters, that really and truly it's about African people developing the kind of power that people know they can't mess with us and just get away with it. People have to know that there are consequences for messing with African life in this day and age. Prevention is better than cure.
That's right, brother.
So we can't only be reactive, we have to be proactive.
That's right.
And not only come out and march and demonstrate when something happens to one of us. We have to be organized and organizing day in and day out. Let people think twice before they pull the trigger. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's why we are here today as the Interim National African People's Parliament. Please get to know and get involved with the interim National African People's Parliament, trying to develop a unified body across political lines and across religious lines so that African people can organize and develop a power base in this country to address our issues, whether they're coming for us or not, whether they kill us or not. We have our own issues that we need to solve ourselves, brothers and sisters. And lastly, I would like to say that, as I said, I'm a member of the Al-Qaeda Revivalist Movement. And we have a session next Friday, not this Friday coming, but next Friday, the 26th of July, entitled America versus Trayvon Martin. Looking at the trial and the media response to the trial and how they characterize this young man. Because in order to find George Zimmerman not guilty, they had to criminalize Trayvon Martin. And so we understand that Trayvon Martin was not just up against George Zimmerman. Trayvon Martin was up against America. White America was against Trayvon Martin. And there are a lot of lessons that we need to learn in terms of how they use their courts and their media to characterize African people so they can decriminalize criminals and criminalize the innocent. Let me say that again. So they can decriminalize criminals and criminalize the innocent. Yeah? So let's not sleep. I know enough of us are going to sleep nowadays, brothers, because we think that we've got a black president and so everything should be okay. We progress, brothers and sisters, because we have Obama in the White House. But one thing that this verdict should show us, and this situation should show us, is that we ain't progressed nowhere. And that our progression doesn't come from the American system, whether it be their court, whether it be their government or wherever. Our progress comes from our own self-determination, our own freedom fighting, our own right to control and determine our own destiny. Yes, brothers and sisters. Yeah? No justice? No peace. No justice? No peace. No justice? No peace. So when we march and we demonstrate, and we're going to be here till 8 o'clock as I understand, let's raise a joyful noise and chant down Babylon strongly. When we go home, let's recognize that we still have organizing to do. There's still work to do. So I urge you all to get involved with an interim National African People's Parliament. INAPP, .org.uk, inapp.org.uk, and let us build the kind of power that we need in this country to determine our own destiny. Thank you very much, brothers.
Thanks and praises. Give thanks and praises, Brother Shakara. I would like to welcome many more people and many more faces that I can see. And at this present moment, I'm going to ask Sister Marcel to come forward and tell us some of her things. Thank you very much. Give her a round of applause, please.
Okay. Peace and light, everyone. And I have to say, be patient with me because I am highly moved, meaning that I am moved to be motivated by this Trayvon situation. Let's not be surprised by the verdict. Let's not be surprised. Sorry, can you hear me now? Alright, let's not be surprised by the media tricks either. This has been happening for centuries. I just think that we have to come to a realization that us as a people, whether black, Latino, yellow, pink, brown, we have to stick together. And not only that, as young people, we need to make sure those who are not here as young people need to be aware of our surroundings and our environment and also our mindset and what brainwashing they're trying to do to us. I come from Africa, West Africa, Cameroon to be precise. I have been living in this country for the past 13 years now, and I work closely with young people, and this is an everyday occurrence. For me, it doesn't matter if it's a police officer, if it's a white person, if it's a Latino person, or if it's a black person. At the end of the day, no life should be taken unorderly for no reason, unarmed. My brother was talking about the 17-year-old that was wrongly killed at the petrol station. His name was Jordan Davis. please understand that there's going to be more Trayvon Martins to come along. The main thing for us now is just to unify. And it's not just to say, oh, we've come to the gathering today and that's it, I've done my bit. What happens now? What happens when you leave here? What platforms are we setting out for young people, especially because at the end of the day, we are the next generation and we need to pass our seeds on, and I think this is why we have been brought on this earth in the first place. I'm not really gonna say much. I mean, as I said, like, I've never been to a rally like this before in my life, but to show you that my blood was really boiled up and highly moved today to come here and talk to you guys. And please understand that we have to also come to a realization that we need to stop being blind, because if you look at it, a blind man can see better than you sometimes. And we really have to open our eyes and see the truth behind the lies. Thank you. Peace.
Before I bring the next person on, I love audience participation, because when you have audience participation, you know you've got the attention of everybody. So I just wonder if we can just get a little something going. All right, we are fighting for unity. We are fighting for victory. Forward ever, backward never is a chant that will follow we. We are fighting for liberty. Come on, brothers and sisters. We are fighting for unity. Forward ever, backward never is a chant that will follow me. All right, that one didn't work, so I'll hand over to the next person.
Greetings, everybody. First and foremost, I'm gonna do it this way. They killed Trayvon Martin. The United States of America said it wasn't a sin. Okay, let's repeat that. They killed Trayvon Martin. The United States of America said what? It wasn't a sin. Yeah. In America, it's okay for a white guy to kill a black guy, particularly if you use the law. But if you're a black woman and you shoot up in the air, you get 20 years in the same state. Basically, we have to look at how the law works in America for the white judge's son and for the black strong sister who was protecting herself and her family. All right, I'm Jayola, aka Nubian Emperor. I'm the treasurer of the Global African Congress. But this is where I'm going to start from. I'm going to say, if I say Africa today, I want you to say tomorrow the world. Africa today! Africa today! Africa today! Okay, I'm going to do it this way. No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! Okay, I'm going to be honest now. There's loads of people here, right? Black, white, Irish, Austrian, Arab, Indians, Asians, from different parts of the world. The truth of the matter is, where did the trillions go before they had to kill Trayvon Martin? Because the fact is, my brother Shakara said that they use the media to decriminalize the criminal. The stockbrokers, how many of them are in jail? Yet, trillions disappeared into thin air. Now that is magic. You understand me? No stockbroker, no banker, nobody in jail. And that's Wall Street for you, and that is still the United States of America. Okay. Me, Nubian Emperor, them say me not good, them say me come straight out of the hood, they say my culture love too much voodoo. Too true. We love voodoo. Me come with my spear like Chaka Zulu. Yes, it's true, I can do juju. But I'm here today to tell you that as a Nubian person, as a black person, we need to recover all, totally. To recover all is to continue to watch the black race fall. The problem we have is the fear of a black world.
Okay, let me repeat that. The fear of a black world. You see, you can't be a race in this world and have all the resources you have, and then they kill your people in America, they kill your people in Haiti, and there's still no justice. You go to United Nations, remember Malcolm X? He went to United Nations, what happened? He was assassinated. Patrice Lumumba went to United Nations, and what happened? He was assassinated. Okay, maybe I'm not being cogent. Maybe you're not understanding me. The fact that Trayvon Martin was killed was because a black race has become weakened by a media imperialistic state of policing with so-called technology that they have used to abuse us as a race. And that does not minus the past 500 years. The fact that Obama had the audacity to come out into the media to say, hey, you niggas, just take it easy. That was justice. It's justice served. That's the way it's going to happen. That was sickening. It sickened me to the pit of my stomach. The fact that one of the supreme justice had the audacity to come up and say, oh, you people out there, you calm down, you niggas. It's only one nigga that's been killed. Sorry to use the N-word, but that's what I heard him say. You may have heard something else, but that's not what I heard. Now, the truth of the matter is this. Minister Louis Farrakhan says one thing. He says Obama is just a CEO of a big corporation that he has no shares in. Now, if you want to know the truth, as members of the community, in solidarity with other communities, we need to rise up. You've heard of Barack, black activists rising against cops. The fact of the matter is, I'm a member of the Global African Congress. We would welcome you to join us if you are looking for an organization. And furthermore, the African Heritage Festival and Parade, I have been trying to organize a festival in Trafalgar Square. Unfortunately, the GLA, which is part of the supremacist groups, have refused this event to take place. So, I tell you now that there is nothing wrong with Africans coming together. Do you know that we're the only race that is not united? Everybody else is united apart from us. Even our community organizations have frictions. I will tell the truth. And if you don't like me, hate me. Don't talk to me tomorrow. And if you go on my Facebook, don't bother looking at it, block me. Okay? I don't care. We don't fear no one. Okay? Our community organizations have problems, but we should heal them in a practical way that will make the enemy see us not as little but as many. We are powerful as one, but united we stand, divided we fall. And that fall should never be a fall again, it should be a rise. All praise, humanity people! One love.
Give the most thanks, my brother Jayolo, for your incisive message. Now we're going to go back and have some more mysterious, wonderful, and incisive poetry from the great Trayvon. Blessings, everybody. Once again, I'd like to thank all of you for coming. And as I said earlier, I am, as are all of us, very disappointed with the verdict, though not surprised. This wicked American government have been killing our people for hundreds of years. This isn't nothing new. And without going into the politics, or should I say politics, we all know what it is. See? But you see what? That's just the surface, yeah? Because it's not only physical warfare. It's not only physically that this wicked government are killing our people, but it's also psychological warfare. And they're going for our children. They want all of our children, and they've got most of our children. Why do you think our children are running around following all this foolishness? Where do you think they get it from? The wicked government have got hold of the music industry, and have got all these big artists chatting all this foolishness to lead all our kids in the wrong direction. Yeah? And I can talk firsthand. I know I look young, but I'm 36, yeah? And when I was 18, following this society, and what I thought was the right thing, I ended up in the wrong kind of places with the wrong kind of people. And the way this society is set up to destroy our children and to set them up to fail. And if it wasn't for a strong family structure, I wouldn't be standing here right now. I'd be dead or in jail. Because true to the way, like I said, this psychological warfare, which is the deeper agenda behind this physical warfare of what they're actually taking all of our children. So this psychological warfare is causing, for all of our children, and I have my daughter, 14 years old, it's causing them to have mist in their mind. Now if you've got mist in your mind, then even if you can see something right in front of your eyes, you ain't gonna be able to see it, even though it's right in front of your eyes because you've got mist in your mind. You understand? Now, I have to sit down with my daughter and actually watch all of the movies with her. I have to take out the time, watch the movies, watch the music videos with her, and actually decode and code break what's actually going on. So when she sees Nicki Minaj, I'm like, all right, you like the music, but let me tell you what she's actually saying and what it actually means. And if you behave in this way, how you'll be treated. The good thing is my daughter listened to me. And one of her friends at school, she actually stopped hanging around with her. My daughter's 14, but she stopped hanging around with one of her friends at school. Why? Because she started sleeping with people. And it started to look wrong. And I said, look, you see, your friend is following what she thinks is cool. And look where it's leading her. So this is a poem called Mist in My Mind. And like I said, this is a first-hand experience, me, myself, and what I went through. And like I said, if I didn't have a strong family structure, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd be dead or in jail. Okay, so this poem is called Mist in My Mind. I can't see cause the mist in my mind is so foggy. It's crowding my judgment and making me groggy. I don't understand why I'm feeling this way. Yes I do, it is all of the drugs that I take. I've been walking around with my eyes wide shut. No wonder that I got bad luck. I'm so high and spaced out that I can't feel the warning and my ears are so deaf that I can't hear the calling. I've been crying in my sleep, I woke up with a headache. My soul is tormented with disappointment and heartache. I want to get rid of this feeling, how do I do it? Alcohol and I'll be a spliff and run through it. Throughout the years and all the drugs that I've taken, it's like I'm heading on a road to self-destruction. Why do I do this to myself? I don't understand it, and the way that my life is, this ain't how I planned it. I can't see cause the mist in my mind is so foggy. It's clouding my judgment and making me groggy. I don't understand why I'm feeling this way. Yes I do, it is all of the drugs that I take. Class A drugs pulling me away from reality, but at the time in my heart and soul is where I feel like I want to be. I've got so many feelings but so little words that can explain the way it really is, the way it really hurts. Not being in control of your mind is kind of worse than death. A way to describe it is kind of like being possessed. The way I feel more time, I can't explain it, so I just keep it inside and only contain it. I can't see cause the mist in my mind is so foggy. It's clouding my judgment and making me groggy. I don't understand why I'm feeling this way. Yes I do, it is all of the drugs that I take. So why don't I stop and try and break free and fully connect to this reality which surrounds me? So why don't I stop and try and break free and fully connect to this? Sorry, I've lost it. But blessings, blessings. You get what I'm saying, basically. You get what I'm saying. This warfare is not just physical warfare, it's psychological warfare, and they want our children, and they've got most of our children. So blessings, and I'd like to thank everybody for coming. Bless.
Give thanks, Trademark. I'm sure you'll come back again a little later with some more lyrics.